Want to learn how you can find clients online? If so, then you came to the right place. Hey everyone, my name is Sylvia and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about how you can find your clients online. This is perfect if any of you guys out there are new service providers just starting out or in the beginning stages of your business and you're wondering where you should be finding your clients and how can you go about it. I'm going to be sharing 3 main platforms that I've used to find clients online and sort of the best practices of each one of them. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't mention Upwork as the first platform you should look for clients on. I've been using Upwork since 2013. I found, I would say, upwards of 90% of my clients so far through the platform, and I'm making a full-time income out of solely Upwork clients. So I highly recommend it to any of you guys out there because for the most part, clients on Upwork are really qualified leads. They know exactly what they're looking for, or they have an idea, so you don't have to sell them on the value of a virtual assistant or a social media manager or a designer or any kind of service that you provide. They already know they need it, so you just gotta sell them on why you are the right person for them. Although Upwork right now works as mostly a lead gen tool for me, which we're going to be talking about next week, in the past, in the first 1 to 3 years probably on the platform, I spent a lot of time scrolling through the job feeds and applying to jobs that interest me. And let me tell you, I found some great gems out there, some great clients that became long-term clients and that even switch the kind of position that I was working for them with, because if you didn't know, I got started as a more general VA and then eventually transitioned into offering social media services only. So I got some of them to transition with me, which was great, and I really appreciate all the clients I've gotten on the platform. Now, the 3 main things you need to keep in mind if you're trying to make Upwork work for you is to, 1, have a great quality profile. Before you do anything else, make sure your profile is up to date, showcases how you help your clients and what, I guess, qualifications you have to help them. Anything that will help them make a decision, make sure it's front and center on your profile. And I actually have a resource to help you guys with this process. I'll have it linked in the description, but it's a free Upwork checklist that you guys can use to compare it to your profile and see if you have everything in that list. And if not, you can add it to your profile so it can be the best profile possible. Now, the second tip that I have for you when it comes to Upwork is making sure you apply filters for budget, location if that's relevant for you, anything that will be relevant for what you're looking for. Make sure you play around with those filters. And when you find something that works for you, make sure you save that search for later so your feed can be more curated to your exact needs. And number 3, I always say this in regards to social media, but in regards to Upwork too, quality over quantity. Make sure you're not submitting 10, 20 proposals per day. Make sure that instead of sending 10 or 20 copy and paste proposals per day, you really make sure to hone in on the few that you send. I usually say it's better to send just 1 proposal a day and make that a great proposal rather than sending a bunch of them and them being just lackluster. So once again, as a recap, make sure your profile is great, that you apply all the filters, and that you submit fewer and better proposals. Now, on to the second place for finding clients. I really enjoy this one too. I mean, I work with social media, but that is obviously social media. Social media, much like Upwork, can also become a lead gen tool long term. So these are 2 great places that you should start with. Look for clients on the platforms and build out your profile so that in the long run, they are working for you rather than the other way around. So they are definitely great places to invest your time right now as you're starting. But when it comes to social media, I guess you can find clients, obviously, if you're on Instagram, you can find them through hashtags or by now searching through keywords on the Explore page. You can find clients through Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, even just scrolling through Twitter, you can bump into some ideal clients for you. So just making sure overall that you're active on social media and that you're searching for things and clients that interest you and that you would like to work for that will really pay off in the long run. Now, I also have 3 tips for you guys if you're looking for clients on social media. Number 1, much like Upwork, make sure you have a great profile for them to come back to. Make sure your bio is great and that your profile picture shows your face clearly and that it's somewhat professional. Number 2, make sure you make it easy for the person you're pitching to either book a call with you or check out your website and your services. So make it as seamlessly of a process as you can, because unlike Upwork, people on social media aren't expecting to be pitched to, so you want to make sure you're saving them time and making it a no-brainer decision for them. And number 3, please don't copy and paste your pitches. We are all sick and tired of copy and paste pitches or even bot pitches on social media. So make sure you stand out by treating them as a person, as it should always be. And make sure you put their needs first. A good tip that I always have for you guys is to offer some value. If you're pitching to them on Instagram, maybe scroll their Instagram a little bit before pitching and give them some tip or trick that you've seen on their profile that could improve their reach or their engagement. So maybe if you've seen them not using any hashtags in their posts, you can let them know, hey, I noticed you aren't using hashtags. Is there a reason for that? Or do you just not know how to go about it? I would be happy to chat with you on a free discovery call and let you know the value of hashtags and possibly even helping you out even further. So once again, make sure you have a great profile. Make sure you make the process as seamlessly as possible for the client, and make sure to lead with value. Now, last but not least, we have the direct pitch. I guess this is the most common one out there, and it's usually done via direct email or cold emails. And to be honest, it's the one I've done the least of the 3. I've done probably in the 7 to 8 years I've been freelancing, I've sent a handful of cold emails, because I usually default to the social media route. But let's say you're a social media manager and you either have an ideal client in mind that you would love to work with, or you've probably listened to a podcast and you've come across someone whose business you admire and you would love to work with them. But let's say they don't currently have any social media that you can reach out to them on, or they don't have it listed on their website for some reason. This is a great opportunity for you especially if you're a social media manager. You can pitch that to them. You can let them know the value of social media. You can let them know how you specifically work with your clients and how you could be an asset for their business. This would be a great example of an opportunity for you. In a case like this, I would probably either try to find their email or a contact form on their website. And once again, going through the previous tips that I've given you guys, make sure you're treating them as a person. Do not copy paste, do not use bots. Make sure you treat them as a person, not just another number that you're pitching to. Make sure you lead with value. Something I really like to do is record a video. So something I've actually done once is I was pitching someone to help them out with their Instagram. And they actually had an Instagram in this case. So what I did was I pulled up Loom, which records your screen with a little bubble with your face at the bottom. So I pulled up Loom, I pulled up their Instagram feed and my screen, and I went through their feed and kind of gave them a mini Instagram audit. And actually they were really impressed and really interested. Too bad that they already had chosen someone to work with them on their Instagram, but they were really impressed and they let me know that. So that's usually my best tool, whether you're pitching on Upwork, maybe even on social media or through email. Make sure that whenever possible you send them a video, because it's much more personal, and especially if you're giving them a free audit like I did in that example, you can't just copy and paste that. That's not something you can replicate and send mass emails to everyone. So it makes it that much more special, and the client will know that for sure. All right, those were the 3 main places that I had to share with you guys today where you can find clients and how you can use each and every one of them. So let me know down in the comments if you're going to try any one of them, and if you have any questions, any feedback, any requests for future videos, let me know that in the comments as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave me a like and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on my next video. As I said before, next week's video is actually going to be about how can clients find you rather than the other way around, so stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!